There are other ways to organize in the Finder besides simply creating folders. One such way is to use tags. So in the Finder sidebar here you may notice an area called tags. You can expand it and you'll notice some tags there with the names of colors. Likewise, if you select any file, you can go to File and then there are those colors here and you can click on one of them to add it, or you could click Tags and you can use one of those or add your own tag. The idea behind tags is you can tag things in different locations and then view all the things with that tag. So for instance, let's select this file here and I'm going to go and add the red tag to it. Then let's go to this folder and I'm going to add this file here to the red tag as well. Now I've got two files. Let's do a third one here. Under Notes, I'm going to go File and then Add Red. Now under Tags here, if I go to Red, it's going to show me all the files that have a red tag applied. Now you can use more than one tag on a file. So let's go back here and I have red here for this file, but I could also assign orange to it. So that same file appears in red and also in orange. It's just one file. These are just other ways to view your files. These aren't duplicates of what's already in here. You've just marked these files and now you can look at all the files with those markings on them. Now you can create more tags. So let's go back to this file here and I'm going to add a tag and I'm going to call it something else. I'm going to call it Work. And it'll create a new tag called Work. And now there are three things applied to this. Under Tags here I could see all the colors and now it's added Work. I can go there and see that this file is tagged Work. I could tag other files with Work as well. Let's for instance go here. I'm going to select this one. I'm going to go File, Tags, and then assign Work to that. So now when I look at Work I'll see two files there. You can also assign tags by doing Command I with the file selected and you'll see the tags here at the top. You can select one and remove it very easily and you can type new ones here and it would simply just create those. You have some settings here in Finder. Go to Finder Settings and the second item here is Tags. And these are the ones to show these tags in the sidebar. So you can have tons of tags. Some people just have a few basic ones. Some people have hundreds of tags. And you can actually add new tags here without first assigning a file to it. So just add the ones you need and then work with them. You can also decide which ones you want to appear here that will appear in this little handy list that you can get to. So for instance I can add the Work one in here replacing one of these slots. Also there's usually a button here in the Finder where you can edit tags. So with the file selected I could edit what tags are there very easily. You can select multiple files and you could assign the same tag to a bunch of files at the same time so you don't have to do it one at a time. You could use this in conjunction with folders, but you could also use this instead of folders. For instance, you may want to just have a lot of files in your Documents folder or maybe all your work files in Documents Work and then just tag them for different things. And then when you need to see all the files for a certain project you can just look at the tag that applied to that project. This allows you to see the same file in various different lists. So for instance if you've got files that are meeting notes you may tag them for the project that's related to that meeting and you can also tag them as meeting notes. So you can look at all your meeting notes at once or you can look at all the files having to do with a project at once and that meeting notes file will appear in both because it's tagged with both. Now another way that you can view things is using smart folders. We saw a built-in smart folder before when we talked about recents. It showed you your most recent files organized by date, but you can create your own. And you could do this using searches. And we looked at searches before. Let's go into Documents here and I'm going to use Command F to start a search. And let's say I want to search for all text files. And this is in the Documents folder. I also wanted to add something else. I want to say that the created date is within the last, let's say, 200 days. And I come up with a bunch of files here. Now if I needed to do this search often, I often wanted to see my most recent text files, I could save Clicking there will save this and it will create something called saved search, also called a smart folder. And I can name this something, recent text documents. And where do I save it? Well, I can save it to a special folder called saved searches. But I could also save it somewhere else. So I can create my own folder in documents that has these saved searches. I'll leave the default location here and I'm going to leave add to sidebar checked. I'm going to save this. Now notice here under favorites there's that recent text documents. I could go here, go somewhere else, and anytime I want return here, and it basically repeats that search showing me the text documents that were created within the last 200 days. And this will update automatically. So if a file becomes 201 days old, it will drop off this list. And if I created a new file, it will appear in this list automatically. I don't have to do the search again. The smart folder or saved search automatically updates itself every time that something changes. So you can create these smart folders as quick ways to be able to access things. You can also even do tags. Let's go back into the Documents folder here. I'll do a search, and one of the things that I could search for, I'll choose Other. I'll search for tag. I'll select tags, tag matches, and I'll do something like red. And you can see it's going to do the search there. And then I could save this as a search that incorporates this tag. This is a handy way to combine things. For instance, I can hold the Option key down here, click here, and say I want any of these things to happen. And I'm going to have tags matches red. And I'm going to do tags matches work. And I'm going to remove this one here. And what I'm going to get is basically if either this or this is true, it's a red tagged file or a worked tag file, then show it here in the saved search. And I can hit save search here and I could say, red or work and save it somewhere. I can have it added to the sidebar or just have it in a location. Let's go and save it here to my Documents folder like that, not add it to the sidebar so you can see how that works. So now I go to my Documents folder and there it is. And if I click on it, I get the search results here. It acts like a folder, but it's actually the saved search and it will repeat the search results anytime I select it.